Hey guys, it's Marielle again. Thank you very much for joining me on this new YouTube video that we're doing about cryptocurrencies. Today's subject is going to be quite interesting. It's about how to acquire cryptocurrencies, how to acquire Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Monero, whichever of the cryptocurrencies you would like to acquire or even fractions of them, and how to hold them in your wallet. So before I go and start off blabbering about, I would like to say that if you're new to this channel, the whole point of this series of videos is to address issues, questions about cryptocurrencies for beginners only and for people who have no knowledge about cryptocurrencies and don't want to get lost in a lot of technical jargon. So the whole point of why I'm trying to do these videos is for beginners. So if you're very tech savvy, this is not a video for you. But if you're new and you want to find out some information, then I suggest that you subscribe on this YouTube channel so that you get regular updates. And apart from that, I have a free and very nicely detailed, written in very simple language ebook about cryptocurrencies and how you can make money with cryptocurrencies. So please do leave me your email address on the dialog box below, or send an email to support@binaryoptionsheriff.com, and I will just send you the ebook right in your inbox. So let's get down to today's subject, which is going to be how to acquire cryptocurrencies or fractions of cryptocurrencies. And of course, people ask mostly about Bitcoin and Ethereum, especially if you've heard about this only recently, and Bitcoin talk has gone even all the way to the pub. And it's with good reason. This is because Bitcoin's phenomenal rise this year has gone like tenfold. Bitcoin started off at something like $950 just at the beginning of the year. It went over the 1,000 threshold to claim the new year in, and it went all the way to 11,000 2 days ago and dropped down to almost 10 as we speak. So I mean, seriously, whoever had the foresight to put in a couple of thousands on Bitcoin is sitting on quite a lot of money as we speak. So yes, there is money to be made with holding cryptocurrencies. Of course, there is always a risk. And whilst many keep saying that this is a bubble like the tulip bubble, which will burst, I think it might still have some way to go before we see any possibility of Bitcoin fading away. And why is this? The answer is very simple. The scope of Bitcoin has been to create a currency which does not depend on any central government of any country. So that is why Bitcoin is called a decentralized currency. The price of Bitcoin depends entirely on demand and supply, and obviously at the moment there is a lot of demand, and in this respect it might be a little bit of a bubble because there is so much demand and so much fresh fiat currency, which is hard currency, being thrown at it, because people are obviously speculating that the price will continue going up, that automatically the demand is growing, and yes, the price is going to go up. At some point, the price will either drop or it will stabilize. However, the whole scope of Bitcoin was that it would be a peer-to-peer method of making payment. So I could make a payment from A to B, from myself to you, without needing any central banks, without needing any banks, without needing PayPal, without needing any financial institution whatsoever. So the whole concept was really a very brilliant one. It was invented by Satoshi Nakamoto, and in order to be able to establish the system of payments, he created the blockchain technology. I've prepared a couple of videos about this, and that's why I'm asking you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, because if you want to go back, then you'll just have to follow up on the previous videos. So now let's discuss that we do want to hold Bitcoin or Ethereum or any other of the cryptocurrencies that are major and that are making, quite a lot of noise and also quite a lot of increase in price, which can potentially give us profits. First of all, in order to understand how to acquire Bitcoin, you have to understand that you're going to need a digital wallet. Bitcoin, unlike hard currency, is not, printable cash. However, it is held like the figures you hold on your credit card balance in the cloud, so to speak. It is decentralized currency. But in order to hold it, you either need to have, like you have with your credit cards, an account, or in this case, you need to have a digital wallet. Now, in order to have a digital wallet, you need to have to acquire it in one of few ways. So, to acquire a digital wallet, you can either acquire it through one of the legit, and this is very, very important, that if you are going to open a wallet with any exchange, make sure that it is a legitimate exchange. I will make a few recommendations here, but by no means are they to be followed to the letter. You have to always do your due diligence. So I can recommend a few that I know are legitimate, and I will tell you why they are legitimate. However, always shop for prices and never ever buy Bitcoin or hold Bitcoin with exchanges unless you are sure that they have been positively ID'd by many other users as being good exchanges. This is very, very important. So how can you acquire Bitcoin or cryptos? First of all, you can either buy it through, as I said, a legitimate exchange, or else you can get it, especially if you already have a digital wallet, from another user. For example, if I want to pay you, then all I have to do is transfer part of my digital currency directly to you, to your digital wallet. And those are usually the easiest way by which to acquire Bitcoins or Satoshis, which are fractions of Bitcoin. And to address a question that I get quite often, and that is whether you need to buy a whole Bitcoin in order to enter the market the first time, the answer is absolutely no. You can own fractions of any currency, and in the case of Bitcoin, they are called Satoshis. So, as I said, you can acquire Bitcoin from an exchange, you can get it from another wallet of another person that you know, or else you can buy it directly from the miners, who are the people who are actually earning Bitcoins and are prepared to sell it. So let's get straight to opening your wallet and buying your first Bitcoin, because now this is very important. In order to own Bitcoin, you need to first open your cryptocurrency wallet. As I've already said, if you're looking at buying more cryptocurrencies such as Litecoin, Monero, Ether, you must make sure that the exchange that you are buying with has the technology to support it. This is very important. I would have a look at Coinbase, for example. Coinbase is a Californian-based exchange, highly regarded, regulated by US. Although initially Coinbase offered only its service to US citizens, now it's available to many other countries. They will ask to have your ID, so you must be positively ID'd before you can open your account, but each transaction is legitimate and transparent. You can either download the app for Coinbase on your phone. You can open an account through your desktop. I find navigating through the desktop is much, much easier than if you do it on your phone. And you can buy fractions of Bitcoin directly with your debit or your credit card, or else by making a transfer to your account after having a test transfer. Naturally, the more that you give in terms of identification, the more you can buy in terms of value, but they do have several filters. Beyond Coinbase, there are, which is really directed at the US market. However, anyone can buy through Coinbase. I do find that their prices are a little bit loaded on the high side, and they will ask you to confirm a physical identity, so you need to upload the photograph and the document. But if you are based, for example, in Europe, there are other very legitimate exchanges where you can buy Bitcoin, and one of them that I find is absolutely a very, very good exchange in this case is Bittrex. Bittrex is a very good exchange for European clients, where you can even make SEPA payments directly to Bittrex. SEPA payments arrive on the day, so if you see that there is a good price and you want to get into the market as quickly as possible, then Bittrex is ideal, and I do find that their prices are quite good. Bitstamp is also a very good exchange, and again, this would be ideal for clients who are based in Europe rather than in the US. So I am not going to go into too much detail where you can buy. If you're coming from the Asian market, BTC China is an exchange that was open up to a month ago in China, but has moved all its offices to Singapore and also to Malaysia, I believe, and that's because China has clamped down on all exchanges until it will pass its own regulation, and it's unfortunately China's style that instead of setting in the legal parameters, that they decided that it is illegal to buy cryptocurrencies in China directly. However, this has not stopped the Chinese. They have just gone and moved to Singapore and buy them in Singapore at a premium, unfortunately. There are countries where the price of Bitcoin is a lot more expensive. For example, Zambia, Zimbabwe, I believe, where the volatility of their own currencies is much higher than that of Bitcoin, where Bitcoin is a stable currency, and where to buy Bitcoin, they actually have to acquire it, unfortunately, at a premium. So this has been a little bit of a rundown. However, I would really recommend that you do subscribe to this YouTube channel, because the video that is coming after this is going to tell you that once you've opened your online wallet, how, if you want to sit on a large number of coins, how to store them safely. So please do hit that subscribe button, and as I said earlier, if you're interested in making money with cryptos, I recommend that you get my free ebook, and just do that by leaving your email address on the dialog box below, or else by sending me an email on support@buymeoptionsheriff.com. Thank you, and I'll see you very soon.